helping today. We are going to be doing today's Bible story. We're going to be talking about Paul and how he was feeling when he was in a storm and went through a shipwreck. Our verse today is Psalm 31, verse 24. So be strong and courageous, all you who put your hope in the Lord. And our Bible point today is Jesus' power gives us hope. Yesterday we heard that God asked Ananias to go visit Saul. Saul wasn't kind to Jesus' friends, and Ananias was afraid. But Jesus helped him obey, even though it was hard, because Jesus' power helps us do hard things. Trust Jesus. God changed Saul's heart, and Saul went from being Jesus' enemy to being Jesus' friend. People saw how much Saul had changed and started calling him Paul instead. If you could change your name, what would your new name be? After Paul became a friend of Jesus, he started telling everyone about Jesus' love. But there was still a lot of people who didn't like what Paul said. The Bible tells us that people put Paul in jail and sent him to see the king for a trial. That meant Paul had to go on a ship to sail where the king lived. Pretend you're climbing on a ship, ready to set sail. At first, the water was nice. Gentle waves were hitting the ship. But then a huge storm came. The storm pushed the ship way out into the ocean, away from where they needed to go. It lasted for 14 long, scary, hopeless days. For 14 days, they didn't see the sun or the moon or the stars, just the clouds and the wind and the rain. Let's count out the days. Day 1, no sun. Day 2, 3, 4, still no sun or moon. The sailors were so afraid. They thought the ship was going to sink and they were all going to die. Day 5, 6, 7, still no sun or moon, just clouds and rain. Days 8, 9, 10, still nothing but clouds and rain. They threw anything they could into the water to make the ship lighter. Throw some things out of the ship. Day 11, 12, 13, 14. They still couldn't see anything but a terrible storm. The men were so busy trying to keep the ship from sinking that no one ate anything the whole time. They lost all hope. They didn't think they'd ever be safe again. But then an angel came to Paul and told him that Jesus would protect them. Jesus' power gave Paul hope, and Paul trusted Jesus. Paul shared the hope with the other men on the ship. He told them Jesus had sent an angel who promised him everyone would be okay. The ship was going to sink, but everyone would make it to shore. Paul told the sailors that they should eat something so they'd have the strength they needed. Paul thanked Jesus for some bread and ate it. He gave some to the other men, and they all ate and felt better. Jesus' power gave them hope. Trust Jesus. The next morning, they saw land. The ship couldn't get there, so the sailors had to swim to shore. Let's swim to shore. When they got to shore, they counted to make sure everyone was there. Good, we're all here. All the men on the ship made it safely too, just like Jesus had promised. Being in that storm must have been scary for the men on the ship. But Paul knew someone who's more powerful than any storm, Jesus. And Jesus' power gave him hope. Trust Jesus. Sometimes scary or sad things happen to us. Think about scary or sad things that have happened to you. When we feel scared or sad, it's a bit like being in a dark tunnel. It's hard to see anything good coming our way. But Jesus helps us see that we won't always be in the dark. He shows us light coming at the end of the tunnel. That's hope. Jesus' power gives us hope.
Trust Jesus.